Welcome, welcome. And yes, wokeness is everywhere, and we need a cleansing. We need like the 1940 guy. We need him. We need somebody like him. Go get it. Go get him. And that's what this video is all about. We're gonna find out where it is everywhere, where what is, where the gayness is. It, it's almost everywhere. It's there's no reason to look for it because it's literally in front of your fucking face. You see that? I can't. I just can't anymore. I'm done with that shit being shoved down my throat. What is that? We need somebody like the 1940 guy. 1940 guy. Where are you when we need you? There's no reason for that wokeness being displayed everywhere. Companies like Ubisoft, they deserve it. They deserve to go bankrupt. They deserve everything that happened to them. Everything. I hear some rumors about GTA maybe being woke too. I mean, like with the female character, with the with the game being played in Florida. There's some concerns. There's some legitimate fucking concerns, and I'm not quite sure how to handle that. I'm not quite sure how to handle that because there's a lot of stuff that I really wanted to succeed, but then there's the other stuff which I really get that rage inside my throat, which could like jump out and strangle somebody. But that's not it. It needs that stuff that's being pushed down our throat. We need to do something about that. It's getting we're getting mulled over by cancer when it comes to immigration. We get it. We're getting shit shoved down our throat and displayed in our faces for our children to see and everything constantly without any reason for it. There's no reason. And it's a cancer. And it's cancer. I mean, like, those people don't even care about the game. Game companies, they're destroying themselves completely. Look at Assassin's Creed Shadows. They, oh my God, the movie adaptation. You will go bankrupt, and you deserve it. You deserve it. Go woke, go broke, motherfucker. It's just that easy. You deserve it. You deserve it. And I'm so glad companies are being railroaded. And I'm so glad. I mean, like for some of the developers, I feel sorry for that they're being fired and blah blah blah. But every door that closes opens a new one. Just imagine that. And never forget that. Whoever feels down, it's not the end. It's not the end. It's not the end. It doesn't matter how much it feels like it. If you corner, you have one last move. You always do. But like some of the companies, they do not. Ubisoft, they deserve it. And that's a topic today. I will just like show you how wokeness is being displayed in every fucking video game. That needs to just stop. It needs to just stop. Because man, if GTA is being woke too, I mean like I have a lot of content in 1 year. Let's see what I think about it in 1 year. But I have a lot of content then. And I'm not gonna sit still. I'm not gonna sit still. Asmongold said it as well. There's no reason for a 7-year-old to be confused by its gender. Let it be 7 years old. Let it be a child. Let it be whatever it wants to be. Children can be anything. Their imagination is crazy. And if you confuse them by that fucking non-binary status and woke mindset, you're just poisoning that child. You're poisoning the source of greatness, the source of potential greatness. But if you poison that child, man, the only thing that child can be used for is labor, hard labor, because that's what the woke people need to be put in. Labor. It's a mental. They sick. Mental asylums are empty all around the world. in our country, you can if you sick, if you have like health health problems, if you're like psych if you're like mentally unstable and whatever, you can get payment checks from the government. I mean, like that's probably almost every country, but you can get. And our country made it difficult, more difficult to get into that program because like people are abusing it. And I did not know that because I'm close to 30. I did not know that 16 years old and 18-year-olds, they abuse that system so they can get unemployment welfare checks from the government because they can't be anywhere. And I've seen it now. I've seen it now. Switzerland has a real problem with that. That boost from that boost. Two-thirds of their own employments are LGBTs because probably they identify as a cat or whatever. I did not know that. We have a huge problems on our hands. That's why we need a 1940 guy. Let's go right into that video, and I'm not gonna talk as much as I usually do because I probably think that dude. This video I haven't watched, so we're gonna watch it together and see what he has to say because he said I only watched 30 seconds.
So a few weeks ago, I had the Act Man on my stream to have a casual chat about wokeness in video games. He denied that women in games are becoming uglier. He denied that games are becoming less masculine. And he denied that games are becoming more woke. A few days later, he made a video making fun of the idea that there was wokeness in games and got absolutely bodied by his followers. Finally, I invited the Act Man to come back on my stream and have an actual debate. And of course, he pussied out and canceled. So whatever, y'all. I'm done with the guy. I'm just glad he finally that he is. But the real thing I want to talk about in this, glad he finally exposed himself as the homo that he is. But the real thing I want to talk about in this video is this simple question. Are games becoming more woke?
Yes,
if you have your
yes, and we could end that video right now after like 7 minutes and 30 seconds. We can end it, yes, with the conclusion, fucking yes.
eyes open and have played more than one game in your life, it's pretty obvious they are. But just in case anybody disagrees with this simple fact, I'm making a video to show you the most egregious examples of the woke cancer infecting video games. So first off, we need to define woke, because they always say that we can't. Merriam-Webster defines it very clearly. Woke, politically liberal or progressive as in matters of racial and social justice, especially in a way that is considered unreasonable or extreme. Wokeness contains false ideologies within it. Marxism, critical race theory, intersectionality, and many others. But what is wokeness really about? At the bottom of their hearts, woke people hate anything that is good, beautiful, and true.
That's basically it. They see the norm, they see the normal way of living, and they think like, yeah, we gotta just like do a 180 on everything. On everything. We gotta do a 180 on everything.
Woke people hate beautiful women. They hate masculine men. They hate healthy sexuality. They hate normal people. You see this last week with the trans creative director at BioWare designing a character creator where this is the biggest butt you can have and this is the biggest chest you can have on a woman. It's obvious the people who made this.
And that's like that as well. Look at this, boys. You cannot tell me it's not being woke. What is that, dude? Attracted to non-binary, bro.
Hate attractiveness in females and in males. Another thing woke people hate is diversity. Say what? Come again, Andrew?
Yeah.
Isn't the whole woke movement built upon creating more diversity, equity, and inclusion? Well, that's the genius of it. Woke people say they love representation and equality while only pushing for acceptance by a small group of people. When they
Yeah, exactly. They don't even accept themselves. There were so many examples of it.
Talk about equality, I like to ask them this question: are white men included in the woke movement?
No, and that was my opinion since like 2 years. Watch it. The white person, not black person, you excluded from that one, my good brothers. The white person, the white hetero person, a normal dude like me, will be the most Lucifer thing out there, the most devilish person. You see it now in sitcoms. Where's the white person? Nowhere. Almost nowhere. The white person is either combined with an LGBT, with a non-binary, has probably some other stylish hair. Go woke, go broke.
Movement's definition of diversity? No. Are religious people included in the woke
No,
movement's definition of diversity? No.
no.
Are big breasted, beautiful women included in the woke movement's definition of diversity? No. So it turns out woke people actually hate diversity because they despise these groups of people and leave them out of
But they
games.
want to
To
be
prove to
diverse.
you that these people hate white men, the CEO of Sweet Baby Inc., a video game consultancy, recently said this. Also, I don't know why games featuring human characters are still so white and male.
That's why I'm trying my best every day to like intervene into that agenda because I'm not sitting around while everything goes to shit and just like, yeah, we're gonna accept it the way it is. Yeah, yeah. I'm not that person. I'm not that person. You corner me and you go get annihilated. You corner me and I annihilate your ass. That's just a simple fact. Corner me and it's done. It's done. What is that, dude?
Like, imagine the CEO of Microsoft being like, why are people in games so black now?
Yeah, why?
So
Why
there's
are
an
they?
obvious, insane double standard here. This
Of course it
broken,
is.
childless woman also said this: pay me to shoot down your white male lead game ideas. But it gets worse. Black girl gamers,
It can't get worse. Oh boy. Yeah, buckle up. Buckle the hell up.
a racist woke organization, has publicly stated this: we will not work with white men. Imagine any company saying that. Imagine a company just saying, nope, if you're black, we won't serve you. Danny Ladonders, who was a game developer on this game called Validate, and I think she worked for Ubisoft, specifically said in a video that she doesn't hire white men.
God, I said it before. White man will be the biggest. A normal white hetero dude will be yeah, will be looked at as the devil. God damn, son. You cannot tell me. What is wrong with these people? What is wrong with we don't hire whites? Just imagine if that sentence would we don't hire blacks. Done. The whole company would be up in smoke. But that now, because whites were never suppressed, right? I mean, like I don't care. Suppress me. I'm Slavic. I find the boundaries and I crush you. I crush everything. I have a quarter Russian in me, half Serb, and the other rest is like sort of Italian and trying to corner me. That woke movement in Russia and Serbia, you get run over by bare fists and stumpy boots. That's just what I'm saying. And if Switzerland, I mean, like I got an escape route. Russia is big, and I'm welcome there. I'm fully welcome there. The West and fuck everything.
Just to go even further down the rabbit hole, Ubisoft has a
I started playing Stalker 2, and it's from Ukraine. And they, at one time they said like, yeah, sorry for the delay, blah blah blah. The lead developer got bombed by drones. Imagine that, and they apologized for delaying a game. I mean, like it was out on PC, but not on console, and I got it now. And I must say, oh, I'm hella in love with it. And I think we need the East to stand up. There will be a shift. There will be a shift in powers.
Mentorship program right now where they said they will not consider you for it if you are a white man. So, guys, as it turns out, the people who rally the hardest against racism and sexism are actually the most racist and sexist.
Who would have thought?
Oops! This clip from a PragerU video also does a really good job of
Who would
explaining
have thought?
woke thinking.
Critical race theory begins from the assumption that racism occurs in all interactions. Imagine you own a shop and two customers enter at the same time, one white and one black. Who do you help first?
Who do I help first? The one who enters first, the one who's first in the queue, the one who has a problem, the one who maybe doesn't have time. If there's two people and one has to catch a train, probably, if he's black or Asian or fat or white or whatever, if somebody's in a hurry, I'll help him first. Common sense, bro. I got a good heart, but I can switch that good heart to a dark mindset, and the head always controls in my case. So yeah, I don't know what to say. Who do I help?
If you help the black person first, critical race theory would say you did so because you don't trust black people to be left alone in your store. That's racist.
What?
If you help the white person first instead, critical race theory would say you did so because you think blacks are second-class citizens.
What?
That's racist too.
You see that, right? I'm white. I'm white as pale. I mean, like I can catch some brown because of my southern DNA. But as a child, I always wanted to be black. Like because like black people had the swag, black people had the aura in the music. They had the basketball thingies. They could wear a lot of stuff. We as whites couldn't. I mean, like, yes, we can. Yes, we can. And yes, we are. And yes, we do it. But, like, stylish and clothes, that comes. Like, hip hop genre is black dominated and it's cool. So, I always wanted to be black. Not anymore. Really not anymore. But I don't have nothing against that.
That's
What is
critical race
that?
theory.
What kind
You
of
can
dumb
find
shit
racism
is
in
that?
anything, even if
Yeah, you can find racism in my video. I mean, like my head is black. That means my probably upper skull, where my brain is located. That probably means my brain is trying to adapt the color for my.
it has to read your mind to do it.
So basically, even if you try to not be racist, according to them, you're
You
being
are.
racist. Even if you try to not be sexist, you're being sexist. This is why these people are so useless and evil, is because everything
And
you
look at him. Look at that dude. How can you look at that dude for a?
do, according to them, is racist. Always, because you're a white man. But let's be honest, guys, at the end of the day, this is about power, right? They think by calling you racist or homophobic, they have some kind of power over you. But the joke's on them. Racist and homophobe are words we laugh at now, because the people using these words are leftist cowards. You saw the Act Man try to make this statement in one of his recent videos. Oh, I guess everything is woke now, huh? So everything is just woke. This is what's known as a straw man fallacy, and it isn't actually an argument. If you lived in a town that was flooding and somebody said, "Why are you using the word flood so much? I'm so tired of hearing that word." Well, we use the word flood because it describes what is happening right now. More
Fair.
importantly, why are you defending gay-ass propaganda in video games? All right, so I hope I've done a good job of explaining generally what wokeism is. Now, where do we see it in games? Wokeism shows up in games in at least 6 possible
Where do we see it, bro? Unfortunately, everywhere.
ways. Number 1, making female characters more ugly. Number
Can I say something? Maybe wait a minute. Let me remove my ugly face. You guys can see it. So They're trying to put female characters into roles where they're not. And let him explain.
2. Replacing male characters with female characters in order to virtue signal. Number 3. Removing masculinity and masculine characters from games. Number 4. Blindly inserting gay, black, and trans characters in order to virtue signal. Number 5. Changing historical events to push contemporary political messages. Number
Yeah, we saw that with Battlefield. That's my area.
6. Softening, watering down, and removing anything controversial or edgy from games. So we are going to look at these 6 key ways that games have been wokeified, and we're going to track the increase of all of these things in games over time. Before we get into it, just to give you a larger sweep of the problem here, I tracked the 20 most played or critically acclaimed games from 2004, 2014, and 2024. You can check my math below and see the games I picked for each year. 2004, we have games like Halo 2, Dragon Quest 8, Metal Gear Solid 3. Then for 2024, we have games like Modern Warfare 3, Final Fantasy 7 Rebirth, Elden Ring, because it's still one of the most played games, etc., etc. I then showed in the blue bar if the game only allowed you to play as a man, then the pink bar is if the game lets you play as a woman or gives you a choice between man or woman, or
I'm hyped about that outcome. Show it to me.
lets you play as a trans character. And I think this graph lets you...
Let me remove my face again. God damn. Yeah. It switched. It completely switched. 2-4, 04, and 24. Oh, man. Yeah, I see the problem. I see where people have the problem with GTA. Bonnie and Clyde. I do see that problem. And they're walking a dangerous line.
see exactly what is wrong
GTA is
with the
walking a
game
dangerous
industry.
line.
As we got away from playing male characters in games, the general quality of video games went down.
Yeah.
And I hope that's
Yeah.
clear in this graph.
And let's not try to hate women. It's not their genre. Why you trying? That's like me going to a suing contest. Like, it's not my world, bro. Fashion is not my thing.
All right, so getting into specific games, let's talk about 12 games that went woke over time. The Last of Us. The first
Oh,
Last of
yeah.
Us game from 2013 was a heartfelt and masculine journey for its main character, Joel. It was one of the best-selling games and regarded as one of the greatest games of all time. With The Last of Us 2 in 2020, the director took a different approach. Joel is killed within the first hour of the game because, men are bad. He is replaced with Ellie, who flaunts her broken sexuality and is in a relationship with a woman. I honestly didn't mind the first half of the game, but the last half is disgusting. For the last 20 hours of the game, you're expected to play as Abby, Ellie's mortal enemy. She's a really mannish and disgusting girl boss character, and there's a nasty sex scene with her cuck boyfriend. So the first game was about masculinity, bravery, honor, defending a young girl, and the second game is about lesbians, being a cuck, and mannish chicks with big arms. This game hits woke checkboxes number 1.
Down the drain. Down the drain. I've heard so many good things about the first Last of Us. I played it, but I didn't enjoy the gameplay. I'm one of those. The mechanics, it just didn't fit me. Something was not for me. But till this day, I think about maybe trying it again, but it wasn't for me that much. So
Number 2, number 3, and 4. Gears of War. The Gears of War games in the 2000s were always about masculinity, a common purpose, and brotherhood. It's a very male-focused story, so it was odd when the cucks at Microsoft made Kate Diaz the main character of the story now. Instead of exploring themes of brotherhood and duty like the game did before, since 2016 the game is primarily about femininity, sisterhood, and when our periods happen. So yeah, Gears of War went woke and it sucks now. Woke checkboxes number 2, 3, 4, and 6 have all been hit. Saints Row. The original
Oof.
Saints Row was very similar to GTA, but instead of being by yourself, you were part of a gang that helps you rise to power. With iconic characters like Johnny Gat, Shaundi, Julius, and others, Saints Row 2 is incredibly edgy and hilarious. You buy prostitutes, kill bums, etc. Well, the Saints Row reboot in 2022 seemed to think it was a good idea to replace every single character from this celebrated series with a bunch of gay dudes with their shirts off, ugly lesbians, girl bosses, and trans people. Like, huh?
Yeah. And where are they now? Where are they now? Saints Row is done. Saints Row is done. Well deserved. Good job. Job well done. All the shareholders are happy. They moved on. I loved Saints Row first. I really did. That?
Nobody has ever understood their audience worse than whoever took control of the Saints Row reboot. The fans were noticeably upset when this stuff started to leak, and instead of Volition changing, they doubled down. And now the studio is closed. So as is often said, you go woke, you go broke. Halo.
You so well deserved. Every company deserves it. I'm sorry, but it's just the way
Halo
it is.
was one of the games that got me back into video games in 2004, so I was really stoked to see the woke mind virus taking it over now. Here's
God
Cortana
damn.
in Halo 4. Here's Cortana in Halo Infinite. Yeah. They also disabled party chat by default in Halo Infinite because, you know, people are soft and can't handle reality now. They killed off funny characters like Avery Johnson. Also, if you look through the armor skins available to you in Halo Infinite, it's full of this kind of garbage like International Women's Day, Trans Visibility Day colors, Black Lives Matter.
Shut up!
Like, where is my Master Chief draped in the American flag? Where is my Master Chief with a Trump helmet? Like, for some reason they left that out. Why do y'all think that is? And again, talk about just not understanding.
That video came out 1 year ago. That video came out 1 year ago. And I'm still reacting to it because like Ubisoft is done. Look at Ubisoft right now. I mean, like we can switch and we can. Where's Ubisoft right now? There's only three. There's only three titles being that were sold as well. There was Rainbow Six, Far Cry, and Assassin's Creed. The rest of Ubisoft is done. Dead. And I just think like whoever made those decisions, you either hate Ubisoft or your own studio. That's exactly what it is. So without like watching the whole video, yeah, that was like the Battlefield 5. We know that with the prosthetics arm and the women running around and blah blah blah. They putting people in the position they're not. Imagine like creating a Lara Croft who's a man. Sorry, dude, what is that? I can't. I really can't. I tried, but make games straight again. Yeah, bro. What is that? Yeah, should be a war crime. I agree, bro. Tell me what you guys think. But with that being said, man, there's nothing more to say because that video only repeats itself and gives out of different Dead Space. It's done as well. There was so many Alan Wake. Do you still deny this? There were so many examples. He's right. He's completely right. And with that being said, guys, like, comment, and subscribe. And I'm out.